Hi guys, so we're back, we're here, we're back in England after a long, very difficult journey in Ukraine. So obviously you may have seen that the cars that we fundraised for have been delivered, apart from one. Unfortunately, one of the vehicles, which was the Land Rover, broke down in Germany. Now, it wasn't something that could be helped. It was unforeseen. Basically, the cylinder head gasket gave on it in the Paderborn area. So we sent it to a mechanic in Germany who agreed to fix it, and yeah, they've now said that they're not fixing it. So they charged me for 6 days storage, and which was €130. But we managed to get our friend Steve to pick it up in his HGV, and the car is now in Munich. So we're hoping that somebody's going to fix it in Munich. It can stay there as long as it needs to. It's with people who we know, like Friends of Friends, a humanitarian organisation. They've got it on their premises at the minute. So unfortunately that happened. I mean, that Land Rover, we did everything to make sure it made the journey. I mean, we did everything, and we even had it looked at by specialists here, and they give it the green light to go. And what can you do? It's just one of them things, unfortunately. So yeah, apart from that, it was successful. I mean, we managed to replace the car in Kiev. I had some funds that we used to replace the car, and obviously I've still got to pay a bit of that off, but we'll do that over a period of time. Luckily for us, one of the Australian soldiers out there who we gave a Ford Ranger to a few months ago, he's gone home now. So yeah, we managed to replace that vehicle. So yeah, other than that, it was a really long but successful trip. You know, we did what we set out to do, and UDA have got the vehicles, and there will be a video following this clip with us doing the handover on the eastern side of Dnipro. So basically, getting to Ukraine, we drove all the way there, had a couple of days in the Carpathians, just waiting for the other volunteers to catch up, and then we set off to the east. Now, the problem that you've got at the minute is it is the summer holidays, and I didn't really take that into account at the time, and I didn't realise how busy it actually was going to be. And unfortunately, it left us being stranded in Dnipro without any real decent public transport. So we ended up having to get a bus from Dnipro to Lviv, and then cross the border into Poland. That bus was a very long bus. It was about 16 hours or something, and maybe even more. And then when I got to Poland, I couldn't get home from Poland, so I had to fly to Norway to get home. And obviously Norway's alarmingly, shockingly expensive. So yeah, luckily it was just a less than 24-hour layover, but we managed to get back. In the midst of everything going on in Ukraine, Cara, my partner, her mum died whilst we was in Ukraine unexpectedly. So that's very difficult, and obviously, you know, it was in our interest to get back home as soon as possible. Really, we did have a bit more time planned in Ukraine, but obviously, you know, with that happening, it was a case of we just need to really get home, get what we need to do done, and then come back. So yeah, the guys have got the vehicles. Everyone's happy. As always, we're always going to be fundraising for more vehicles. One thing we do is we just try and help them guys in UDA who are a volunteer brigade. They don't get paid. Yeah, there's only 2 factions of UDA which are incorporated within the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and there's a fly in front of my camera. and they are contract, but the rest of UDA don't get paid. You know, they rely on our support and donations by us. So just want to say thank you to everybody who supported us. You know who you are. Like, some of you guys are anonymous donors, and some of you guys don't want to be, don't want your names mentioned, and obviously you know who you are. You know, I've got some good friends across Europe, and I'm really grateful that we could fulfil what we managed to fulfil. Obviously we've got the Land Rover to sort out in Germany. That's just going to be sorted when we can, and I'm still waiting on a mechanic giving me some sort of bill or whatever estimation of how much that repair is going to cost. We do have another option of putting that Land Rover onto the truck that goes to Ukraine when there's space available, just in case, you know, the repair bill is too high. We can maybe get it done in Ukraine where it might be a bit cheaper, but the car will still go to UDA no matter what. Now, as always, we are going to be fundraising for more cars. The situation there is really dire at the minute, as we all know. There's not really much help coming in from Donald Trump, unfortunately. So it is difficult, but the guys are holding on, and that's the main thing. Everybody's holding on, and you know, we're just 1 second, Gary, I'm just on a video. Gary's just come in with a bottle of water for me. We're just working in here now. We've got some vehicles in here doing some work. So yeah, it's a difficult time at the minute, but we are going to be fundraising for more vehicles. As everybody said last time, don't be scared to ask for help. So we're not scared. So we're going to try for 2 more if we can, and I'm going to be taking them over after the summer holidays. So probably, you know, after the first week of September. You know, let the families come back, let the kids go back to school, and hopefully, you know, the price of the flights and the ferries and everything can come down, because it was just absolutely extortionate, and it's not something I'm going to be doing again. So yeah, so there will be videos and clips and stuff of when the guys actually receive the cars on the front line. We know they're on operations at the minute till the 28th of August. So my plan was obviously to spend some time with them and see them, but unfortunately, because of where they are and stuff, it's not really safe for us to go there, especially with all the drones and everything that's going on at the minute. So yeah, but what I am going to be doing and suggesting is that if any of the donors want to come and join our convoys, then that is absolutely fine. You know, we always need drivers. And one thing that people have suggested to me lately on the internet as well is that a lot of people give money to Ukraine and support the cause and everything, but a lot of people don't actually see the end result. And with us, you know, I'll do my best to try and show you the end result and try and show, you know, exactly where the funds are going. So I am going to be giving people opportunity to actually come to Ukraine and meet the soldiers. You know, you can meet the people, sit around, have barbecue, you know, you can meet the people you're supporting. Obviously, it all depends on what you're comfortable with and where you're happy going in Ukraine, because Western Ukraine is relatively quiet, but obviously as you progress more to the east and the southern side, it can be a bit sketchy. But that's just an option for you guys. I mean, if there's anybody there who wants to, you know, join us, meet the soldiers, meet the guys, you know, and everything, I can arrange that. You know, I would like to do that for you. So I'm going to end it here, but thank you for your support. And like I said, we are going to be raising money for at least 2 more vehicles, maybe some Ecoflows, depending on how much we get in. But if you want to donate to that, then please use the links as always. I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in coming on the convoy, you know, or you're interested in coming to Ukraine with us, or just being a spur driver or whatever, then please get in touch. And thank you. And I'm going to show you a clip now from us in Dnipro. There's myself, Cara, Paul, who's one of our viewers and donors, and he's a volunteer in Ukraine. So I just want to say thank you to Paul and Gary as well. So I say thank you to Paul, thank you to Gary for the work, on the vehicles, and thank you to you guys, and also a big thank you to Jez, because Jez is the man who broke down, and I know Jez will be watching this video. So sorry Jez, we'll try and get you a better car next time. So thank you. Hi guys, so we're here in Dnipro. We're here with UDA, Valery Ryzenko, and Valeriy's brother. Hello. I'm Paul. So we've delivered the 2 cars we fundraised for. We've got a Toyota Land Cruiser and a Ford Ranger. Unfortunately, in Germany we had a problem with a Land Rover which shouldn't have broke down, but it did. So I will be sorting that out this week. It's going to go to a mechanic and get fixed. Unfortunately, it was the head gasket that went on that, which is something we couldn't prevent, despite everything we did to prevent a breakdown. So we luckily managed to replace that with a Ford Ranger at a cost of a few £1,000s. Thanks to yourself and donations by yourself, we managed to cover that. So Valery is head of logistics in UDA. And,
thank you so much for such help.
Yeah. So obviously they're gobsmacked, and they are really grateful for these vehicles, because obviously good working vehicles are really hard to get on the front line. Paul's an English volunteer driver. He drove from Birmingham to here in one of the other vehicles that went over to another soldier in Kiev. And then he drove the Ford Ranger down to Dnipro for us. So I just want to show you where your support is going, and it's important that we support UDA, which is a volunteer brigade within Ukraine. You know, as you know, as many of you know now, for the last 3 years we've been supporting UDA and giving them a lot of really vital equipment and good working vehicles. You know, UDA fighters are volunteer fighters and they don't get paid. And I just want to say thank you for that. So keep supporting Ukraine, and keep supporting people like Valery here. He's putting everything in there. Yeah, and as you can see how grateful they are. So thank you very much. We will be launching some more fundraisers in the coming weeks, so keep your eyes out for that, because we want to keep supporting these guys. So thank you.
Thank you.